Hey guys, this is Ryan from AMS. Welcome to Rockville here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Let's take a look at who we bumped into today. We got Jack Fowler here from Jelly Roll's band.
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
Schecter artist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why don't we start there? How did that all come about? How did they hit you up and let you do your own model?
Well, dude, I was with a bunch of companies for a couple of years, and I kind of bounced around, and then I met Adam, who's my rep over there, who's an awesome guy, and I've always loved their guitars. They've always played great. I've always had them in my house, in my studio, and then we just got to talking, and I was like, I love his personality, love him as a person, and I would love to be on this company just strictly because of how good of a dude he is and how awesome he is to work with, and that's what matters to me the most, you know.
They tend to get it. I mean, we've talked to a number of artists, and you know, a lot of guys of your caliber could probably pick up a guitar from whatever brand you want, and people tend to go to Schecter not just because the guitars are great, but because they're so great to work with.
Yeah, dude, it's customer service first for me, but also like the playability of the Schecter, and like an artist like me who's playing hip hop, country, rock, pop. It does everything that I needed to do, you know.
Right. So for like a gig like this, if you're covering all those bases, how many guitars are you using on any given gig?
I honestly only use 2 to 3, maybe 4 sometimes.
Right.
But I use a lot of the split coil stuff on my signature model, so it's kind of like if we're spooning a country song or something, I'll just give a little coil pop, and I'm right in the money.
You're in Bakersfield.
Yeah, I'm there, baby.
That's pretty awesome when you think about it. I mean, you see some of these guys that got 9, 10 guitars. For a load-in, especially for a festival, it's like you don't have to think about it. You just come in and let it rip.
I mean, I definitely bring more than I need.
Okay.
Because I have like 7 or 8, but I have like a main 4 that I play.
Okay. And then like a show like today, if Jelly Roll says, all right, I want to do a country song and then I want to do like a hip hop song, do you have to be on your toes? Is it really dialed in, or is it kind of like he just calls it and you got to be ready?
Well, we call our set list the suggestion list.
Okay.
Because at any given time, he could turn around and be like, hey, let's play this. And it's happened before where none of us know the song, and they'll say, I'll talk to the crowd for 2 minutes. And we all turn around, we're like, yeah, all right, cool, we're good to go. We just go up there and rip it.
And you're not scared? That doesn't scare the hell out of you?
No, we're good. We got it. We got it. There's also 8 of us up there, ranging from dudes that come from hip hop to dudes that come from classic country.
Right.
So if we ever get lost, or if we're like, so what key is this in? And he's like, all right, just do this. And he's like, it's key of E, and we'll just go for it.
So what's the key for something like that where, you know the audience, half of them might be there for hip hop, some guys might be metal guys, some guys might be country guys. How do you keep it up? You know, everyone talks about authenticity. It's like you got to believe it when you play it, right? Like you want to go, yeah, this is real.
Yeah, dude, he's really good at reading the room. Like,
okay.
Well, he's really good at reading people, and he's really good at figuring out like what we should skip or what we should add. Like after our first 5 songs, he reads the crowd immediately. He's like, hey, we're going to skip this tonight and we're going to play this instead.
Right. He just gets it.
He knows it.
And he expects you guys to be ready to shift.
We're ready. We're always ready for the shift.
Right.
It's part of the job, dude. Like I said, it's always a suggestion around here. So,
was there ever a recent show you could think of where he threw you a curveball and you're like, I might not make it through? Or did you fake it till you make it, or, you know?
Dude, you just gotta, fake it till you make it. Yeah. Luckily, I played lead guitar, so as soon as they tell me the key,
start ripping, yeah.
I'm just like, I'll just go off for 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, so, but all the other guys pick it together. They all know like charts and sheet music and all that too. So like we're all kind of like well versed in that area.
So if I were to go to your house and you're not on tour with Jelly Roll, what would I be hearing you play? What's the latest flavor?
Probably practicing new songs that I have to learn,
okay.
or honestly just anything that comes out that he has a vocal on.
Okay.
I always pick up and learn on my own because at some point I'm gonna have to play it.
Right.
But dude, when I'm at home, I'm focusing on just recording and writing, songs. I live in Nashville, so that's what we do in our off time is we consistently play and consistently write. So
stay busy.
Stay busy, man.
Stay connected.
We have to there.
And a big part of what you do is not just being a good player, but you got to be a good dude.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, that's how I love. That's why I love my band so much, is because when I started with him like 3.5, 4 years ago now, which seems like forever, but it's crazy. He called me, and he had a guitar player that's been in the band for like 10 years, and then I had some buddies that used to do Warped Tour. So it was kind of like my buddy Alex, who plays bass for us, was in a band Conditions, and our drummer Cody comes from that same realm as Siler. And I'm like, they're good dudes. Let's keep this like a rock thing. You know what I mean?
So he took that suggestion and said, sure, bring him in.
And we're all still here.
And I mean, a big part of what you do too is on top of it, it's like you could be in a band and you guys are all killing it. Everyone's doing their part, but you might not want to hang out with them when you get off the stage. To being friends with the people you play with is a big part of it.
Dude, we're some of the best friends in the world. Like, I could say, like, the band that I'm in now, I have the most genuine, heartfelt, good group of dudes that all deserve what's happening right now more than anything.
Well,
so
it's
a really good feeling.
That
you know,
is.
we've all lived in vans and trailers and you know all that. So like, if you haven't done that, you shouldn't be on this. Everyone up there has paid their dues.
Yeah, so it's kind of a pinch yourself kind of moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't lose sight of the fact that you've worked your ass for it, but you know, here you are, you know, successful, and to think, you know, you just got to keep working or it could go away, you know.
We're working harder than we ever have now, and it's a really good feeling.
Yep.
It's a really good feeling.
So when you guys do shows like this, I mean, obviously we know Schecter's a big part of it. What's in the rig?
It's all Fractal, all Axe FX 3 turbos.
Yep.
And then in my rig, my main rig, I have my 2 Signature Schecters, my Ivory and my black one.
Yep.
And then I have 2 custom shop PTs from Schecter that I play as well.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're dude Shigeki that builds them over there, who used to build for Prince.
Sure.
I have 2 hand built from him, and they're just, one's this beautiful like checkered white one, and the other one's like a traditional country butterscotch.
That guy's out of his mind. I met him once. We went to the Schecter factory, and I think he was, I'm not kidding, he was dressing fret ends with like a sword.
Yeah, no, like he puts his things in, like he puts all the like hardware and shoe tumblers to like relic it properly, and
sick.
like all this other crazy shit, dude.
And then we walked in, it was like walking in, he was like, you can't see the secrets. Like, you have to leave.
No, he still won't really tell us really what he does. I only know the shoe tumbler thing because I got it out of Adam.
There you go. And then you're like, I'll just play him. I don't have to know what else.
No, it's all fine.
How about effects? Anything? It's all in the Fractal?
It's all in the Fractal. Everything runs to our playback, so everything is snapped to the grid as well as it could be. So I'm just running freely up there and praying to God nothing goes down.
I was going to ask, what do you do if that does, if it takes a on you, what do you do?
Switch to the backup.
Yeah.
We just run 2 redundant.
I don't want to bring it up because it's going to happen if I say it.
No, we're fine. No, I run 2 redundant with the computer, so if something goes down, my tech will hear it right away and he'll flip me over. So my tech's been with me for 7-8 years now.
That helps.
Too.
Yeah.
So we know each other pretty well.
And what's next? What's after this?
What is after this? We go home, and then we go from Rockville, and then 2 days off, and we're playing Billy Bob's in Texas, which is like the most iconic country honky tonk in the United States.
So what is your mindset for like going in there as a fan of all these kinds of music? You know that, all right, this is a different place. What do you do here versus there? Do you attack it differently, or?
Here, I think we're going to give them a tried and true Jelly Roll show with maybe 1 or 2 tricks.
Okay.
And then when we do Billy Bob's, we're probably going to play 7 or 8 of his songs and play a bunch of classic country covers and, you know, just go up there and have fun.
So how do you get a good, like, chicken pick and all that stuff too, or?
Dude, that's been the hardest part of, it's helping me relearn how to play guitar, but I've got it figured out now.
Yeah?
So it's a pain in the ass, but I love it.
Oh, yeah, it keeps you honest.
Oh, yeah, very.
We're running a tent here.
You can't hide behind that thing.
That's the thing.
No.
We have a bunch of people jamming on as much distortion and as loud as they can in the tent where we are. And I was telling Greg, I was like, you know, next year, let's just bring Fender Twins and Tellys and see what they can do. No distortion.
Dude, it's scary. It's very scary, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, we love distortion. It's the greatest
thing
thing
do
ever.
I. I do too.
And compression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you coming out.
Hey, well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
You got it. We're out.
We're out.
Thanks for tuning in. For more content like this, be sure to check us out at AmericanMusical.com.